This Russian woman is getting arrested by the Russian police. Her crime? Protesting the war in Ukraine. On top of that, some of the captured Russian soldiers even claim that Putin lied to them just to force them to go to war. And as the war in Ukraine is getting worse and worse, my mission today is to show you that we shouldn't just start hating all Russians. Because not all Russians are Putin. Especially now, the world needs to know that many of Russia's citizens don't want this war.
I'm against war. I don't want any of our men to die there. I'm against it. I think Putin is an aggressor.
In fact, thousands of them went out to rally on the streets, risking their safety, ignoring the dangers of being arrested, just to call on their aggressive government to stop the violence.
We believe that conflict must be resolved peacefully, without violence from any side.
It's confirmed that at least 2,000 anti-war protesters from over 51 cities in Russia have been detained. There are Russians literally risking their lives to defend Ukrainians. And in all of this, it's Vladimir Putin who sees power as more important than peace. And on the way to that power, he will jail anyone who opposes him. That's why today, as we see so much tragedy in the headlines, I call for your humanity. Please do not hate Russians. How would you feel if the whole world hated you for the actions of your leader and there is nothing you can do about it? Yesterday, I spoke to my Polish grandmother and she told me, I would rather die than go through war. These words are so painful. It's painful to see Ukrainians die, but it's also painful to witness innocent Russians who may go down in history as evil. Many people are already bearing the guilt of the war they never wanted. Worse, many Russians feel the need to apologize for simply existing.
We as Russians have been put in a position where speaking up gets you arrested, where believing in change is wrong. We have been forced to take part in a war by a leader that cannot be freely chosen, letting shame take over our minds.
Now, before I finish this video, it's important to mention that there are still many Russians who agree with Putin's actions. But even this is not fully their fault. Putin is like Kim Jong-un in North Korea. He owns the media, he bans social media, his people spread propaganda. They even hire trolls on the internet. It's unbelievable, but many people in Russia believe that Russia is only defending themselves from Ukraine. And this is why we made this video. To tell the world that we shouldn't hate all Russians, because as history has shown us, what's important in times of war is that we see people above their nationalities. It is the only way we can be better than those who fight in the name of war.